you. I'm so excited to be back. I know we did not get to do it last night when we expected. We've had just a lot going on, and I just figured we're gonna have to wait to do this, right? But first, in just a second, we're gonna take you outside to a nice, somewhat day. Let me just tell you that it's been gonna be raining all day long. And if you watched our latest YouTube short, you could see we got a new radar system, which is super nice. Let's take you outside. There's a lot of storms rocking and rolling across our upstate, and we expected more for Fountain and Simpsonville area around 4:30 to 5 o'clock, which now time it's 4:43. But let's take a look right now. There's strong storms across Seneca and 6 Mile towards Norris and Liberty area. That's going to be moving to our area just a little bit closer, and as the night goes on, right? So we want to make sure you stay prepared at all cost. But other than that, we're dry from Fountain Inn to Simpsonville area, Cooks Crossroads. We're very dry. But pressing play over the next several hours, I would expect that rain to be hitting easily Greenville across 5 o'clock, getting into 5:30, and across Fountain Inn in Simpsonville, and most all Greenville County had been hit at least by 8 o'clock. And then from 9 o'clock on, we're drying out and staying dry. Coming up, we'll have the next 24 hours in your full, complete forecast. Alrighty, guys, you know it is that time to check on our sky cams for the upstate, right? We're going to be checking if you can see. We are somewhat, I won't say somewhat, because you can see that the traffic is just kind of getting in the way a little bit today. But we're going to be, there you go, we're going to be zooming in. You can see from Simpsonville, we're looking pretty nice. Not too bad at all, but we're in just a second. Let's take you getting closer to the storm action. Our official website, SC511, thanks to them for letting us use their sky cams. It is wet across all of the upstate, right? This is a live look getting towards Seneca in Walhalla, towards the Lake Hartwell Anderson side. Well, I don't know what else I should say other than it is just a wet day, and for some of us, as some of us are not going to get a single thing, but getting a little bit closer to the evening hours and the overnight hours, we're going to see those storm chances increase. But other than that, let's take you outside to our another sky cam. This is a live look over downtown Greenville. Isn't it nice to get to see? This is as of 5 minutes ago, but you can see downtown's looking a little cloudy, but pretty much dry. It's also thanks to WYFF News 4 for letting us use their sky cams as for pretty much everything. Lake Hartwell looking pretty nice. Lake Hartwell, but other than that, you can see those storms rocking and trying to get its way into Lake Hartwell, right? Unfortunately, we have those storms on the way, right? But not only that, but we're going to take you to our sports division, right? As sports, I don't know, a nice day. Chris Clemson Tigers have been playing and pretty much playing all day long, right? We're gonna take you to the Clemson game, but we're gonna also take you to for the weekend weather because are gonna have maybe have college football games coming up tonight. We're not just college football, but high school football with our friends at WYFF News 4 taking us live on the action, right? Taking us on the action, and we're gonna take you to a just many posts that have been made across the Tigers lineup. We're gonna show you that right now, and then we're gonna show you our high school football because they're gonna be playing and playing well. Hopefully, you can see this. The little tweets there from Elroy and Danny Cannell talks about the Florida State win over Alabama if the Seminoles are a real threat to the win at the ACC. And looking at the other post here, we're going to take you to our college football sports in just a minute, right? Or high school football sports, because you can see if you've known high school football sports for our upstate, you know that that our friends at WYFF have been giving us the latest with Sky4, the official news helicopter of South Carolina. We're going to take you there right in just 2 minutes. We're going to take you there. We're not going to show you the full thing, but we're just going to give you a little sneak peek at what's been going on with our sports. So let's take you there right now.
All right, ladies, thank you. Mountain View Prep playing its home games this year at NGU, hosting St. Joe's tonight. Picking up second quarter, Stars quarterback Mac Anderson faking the handoff, and oh yeah, he's going to keep it 17 yards out. Making that miss as well on his way to the end zone. 14-0 MVP at that point, and they get a big-time win over St. Joe's. That's an interception there by A.J. McAllister. He's going deep the other way, and Mountain View gets a 66-27 win over St. Joe's. All right, turning back to our game of the week presented by Blue Ridge Electric. Dorman and Greenwood needing overtime tonight. Chase Justice, he's got all the highlights.
Step foot inside Cavalier Stadium. Our week 2 game of the week, the Dorman Cavs playing host to the Greenwood Eagles. Greenwood wastes no time getting going, driving the length of the field on the opening possession. Jay Duncan sets up shop in the back of the end zone. Eagles strike first and strike quick, up 7-0. But the Cavaliers would answer later in the first. Nick Means straight up the gut, 18 yards to the house. That's his 7th score of the season. We're all tied up at 7-7. Fast forward all the way to the start of the fourth quarter. We're all tied up 27 all. Nick Means cuts back across the field and finds the end zone. His 3rd score of the game makes it 35-27 Dorm. Just 10 seconds left to play. Tristan Lewis buying time, looking for the deep ball, 56 yards to Desiree Christian. He comes down with it inbounds. We head to overtime, all tied up at 35 all. 3rd and goal from the 3. Tristan Lewis straight to the byline. Eagles take a 42-35 lead. The Cavaliers not going down without a fight. Nick Means finds pay dirt once again. Dorman makes it a 1-point game. Cavaliers need the extra point to send it into double overtime, and it would be wide left. Greenwood shocks the Dorman Cavaliers, outlasting the Cavs on the road by a final score of 42-41.
Our guys are really proud that they are from Greenwood, and so am I. And super proud of the Greenwood fans that were here tonight. Super proud of our kids and our coaches for just finding a way to get it done. Well, that was one heck of a high school football game.
Now Dorman will get the upcoming week off before opening up region play against Riverside, while the Greenwood Eagles will soar back to the nest for a home date against the Lexington Wildcats. In Roebuck, I'm Chase Justice, WIFF News 4.
Well, for the weekend is not quite over yet because although it is time to check on our traffic one last time and then weather before we close out for the weekend for your weekend. We did not get a chance to run for the weekend last night due to just being very busy, but let me just tell you, For the Weekend is not over with. It is every weekend, so make sure you tune into For the Weekend right here on Weather Unreal on your YouTube channel or your YouTube, wherever you can stream us here. But it looks like I can take one last look at our traffic for you before we go, and you can see we are staying pretty nice. I guess traffic's holding up. Right, holding up. This is looking at towards Greenville. That's mile marker 38 in Greenville. Another camera right here. Sky is getting darker. This is Roper Mountain Road. That's your latest on that. It's your latest check on time saver traffic. So let's take one last look at your weather. Getting you just a little bit nicer. I know. Let's take a look right now at your 24-hour forecast. Because it's almost time for the weekend almost be over, but we're not going to let that get in the way because let's take a look right there in the next 24 hours. Sunday or today, everybody's going to get a little hint of rain by 5 o'clock, and then this front is moving out of our area and then going to stay out of there with a few hit or miss showers towards western North Carolina, but I could not roll out a one moving into our upstate. But other than that, we stay dry pretty much all weekend long. and then getting back to school and work on Monday. It's going to be a nice week, but let's take a look right now at our weekend forecast. For the temperatures, before we get back to work in school, let's take a look right now at our temperature wide, our next hourly forecast. You can see over the next several hours, we're going to have a few thunderstorms and showers. Showers should be leaving our area by 7 o'clock, and then from there on, we're very dry. Rather than that, getting into a little bit later on in the early hours of the morning, you can see that other than that, we stay dry on that end too. From 1 to 6 a.m., we're seeing about a high, low to mid 60s, and then potentially getting up to the upper 60s by getting towards 10, 11 o'clock. And then the next 10-day forecast, let's take a look right now. Today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, seeing a high about 85 for the next several days, but low to mid 70s from a trend from tomorrow into today, tomorrow. But then as of next weekend, we're seeing about highs of the 80s with a very small chance to rain all week long. So, thank you for watching for the weekend, and we appreciate you watching. So we hope you have the best weekend ever, and make sure you tune in to For the Weekend coming back up next Friday night. Good evening.